This is the beginning of part 3 of the video on how to move your DotNetNuke website to Godaddy by using the DNN backup module. Now we're gonna go and do the first step, which is restore the database. So we're gonna just leave the first option selected. We're gonna hit next, and you're gonna start from we're gonna start the restore process by restoring the database data and structures. Now you're gonna have to refer back to the database information that you have captured before. We have to select SQL Server 2000, 2005 or 2008. The server name will be the one that we have copied before. If you don't know exactly where it is, you can go back here to your control panel. Let's go to home, and then you can see the database information under database. Actually, let's go all the way up. DNN tutorial, here's the database. Actually, it's there. Let's go to SQL Server. Okay, and from here, I think if you click View Details, you're gonna see the server name as well. Yeah, so here's the host name, which is the server name that is asked, the assistant is asking. I'm just gonna copy this to be able to paste it there. Now I'm gonna go to the assistant again. This will be the server. The database will be, again, the one that we have created, and you must have that copied somewhere, or you can come here, and here's the database name. So I'm just gonna paste it here. Integrated security, we're gonna uncheck this, and we're gonna use the same username which is tied together with the database name. So we have the username and the password, which I'm assuming I have it here as well, and you should have yours. So I have the database, the username, the password, and I'm going to let's give it a try and test database connection here. Okay, great, we have connection success. Perfect, so connectivity with database is working fine. Let's click next so we can get this going. Okay, so in this screen we can see the database script, which is the one that we have uploaded, the entire database backup. So we can select this. There's no password for the zip file, so I'm gonna leave this empty. I just checked it, and I'm gonna just hit next. Let's see how this will go. Now it's asking how you want to create the database. You can just leave this selected by default, so I'm not gonna change anything here. I'm just gonna keep moving along. Click next again. Now this is just telling me that whatever is in the database currently, everything will be deleted. Again, we have just created the database, so we don't need to worry about that. That's fine. The wizard can just delete everything. We don't have anything in our brand new database yet. It's a brand new database anyway. So let's just execute operation. And the scripts will start to get created. The scripts will start to run in the database, and it will start to create tables, sort procedures, data, everything. We just have to wait a little bit and let the wizard take its time here to do the full restore. Again, everything is getting created, so we just hang on and wait for the wizard to finish restoring the database. Okay, we got a timeout here. As you can see, we have some sort of timeout. I'm going to try to run the wizard again. I'm gonna go back to the restore wizard to try this one more time. So my second attempt seems to be getting better results. Again, I just went back to the start of the script. the wizard and just recreate the first step all over again, which is the database restore. So we just have to hang on and wait for it to finish. It seems that my schedule history table is quite big, so it's really taking a long time to get that data brought over. So maybe it would be a good idea to, if it's not relevant, to delete the schedule history to minimize the amount of data that needs to be copied over. Okay, so database restoration is done. As you can see, it took about 12 minutes to get through it, but again, just because the schedule history table was really big in my situation here. So everything went fine now, and we're gonna go back to the restore wizard. You're gonna go to the beginning, and this time you're gonna be setting up the Portal Alias for this website. So let's go to the restore wizard. So now, as you can see, the second option is to set the proper Portal Alias, because keep this in mind, we are running this new site from this URL, from dnntutorial.com/dnn. This is the new URL. Now, the live one is called dnnhere.com. So the database and the tables in the database, they have the Portal Alias has dnnhere.com as the site's URL, but there's a different URL now. So we have to go through the second option to set up the Portal Alias correctly. Let's go to next here. It will ask the database connectivity again, but this is all stored already, so we just hit next once again. Now, here's what it's telling me. It's asking if I want to create a new Portal Alias, the default portal, for the default portal to be dnntutorial.com/dnn, which is great. I mean, it's already giving me what I need. It's already assuming and correctly, it's assuming correctly that this is the new Portal Alias, which is fine. So I just have to click update Portal Alias. And then, as you can see, it has changed the first alias from what it was before, www.dnnhere.com to www.dnntutorial.com/dnn, which is great. That's what we want. I'm not gonna... There are some additional options here that it says that it's... he suggests here in the wizard that it's advisable to change those. I'm gonna give it a shot and not change those, so I'm not going to click apply safe host settings. Again, you're more than welcome to try that, but I'm not gonna give it a try on that one. I'm just gonna hit next again, and this is optional. This is just a SQL query utility that if you want to run additional changes in the database, you may do that right now. I don't want to, so I can just skip this and click next again. Now I'm gonna click finish this step and restart the wizard again, because we have, up to this point, we have taken care of the database settings. Now we have to restore the site files, and this is actually the third option, files restore. So now we're gonna go through the file restoration. So let's just click next. There's no password for the zip. I just have to check my zip files backup here, which is the site backup, my files. Just checked it. I'm going to hit next here. And now the restoration will start. And again, it will restore inside the DNN folder, which is where we're installing the site right now. So that's okay. Let's just click execute operation. And let's wait a little bit for the restoration to go through. It's again, it's unzipping the backup, creating the folder structure, adding the files, and it will be doing that right now. Okay, so the restore went well, as you can see. It took about 5 minutes to restore all the site files, which is fine. So from here, let's just click on back to restore. Actually, this is the third and last step that we needed to do. So at this point, we are ready to go to the site itself. So let's just click on go to your website's homepage. Let's give it a shot. Now we are getting another error. That's fine. So I think that this is related to the fact that we have changed in our control panel, that we have gone to the to IIS and changed the runtime version of .NET to 4. Let's change this back now. Again, we keep going back and forth here, but that's fine. That's Godaddy. So we have to go through some of those strange setups to try to get our site restored. Anyway, let's try to modify this back to 2, 3, and 3.5, and let's click continue here. This is our control panel in Godaddy. We have to update this. Now, this does not take effect immediately. You have to wait a little bit. You can just come back here at content and then IIS management, and you're gonna see that it's pending setup. So once this turns to setup, it's because it's done. So we have to, again, just wait. Okay, so the changes in IIS, they were done. So it should be working now. If I refresh this page, which is the website, the new URL, let's see what will happen here. Okay, perfect. We have the website in the new URL up and running, which is what we wanted. So again, we were able to finally, after a lot of hiccups, we were finally able to copy the site from the current location to the new location. Now, the new site is running from this folder, from within the DNN folder. If you want, and most likely you will want, if you want to move the site to the root folder of the domain, you can refer back to my videos number 223 and 224. They will explain how you can move the site from a folder within Godaddy, like we have right now, DNN, to the main root, to the root of the main domain of the domain. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and this was an overview of how you can move a DNN site from one hosting provider to Godaddy by using the DNN backup module from Evotiva. Okay, thank you very much, and bye for now.